Thank you for the chapati and the samosa. Very good. I ate only half of it, half of the samosa, because you make it big, whoa, generous. And I share with the ghost. They like it. They also thank you. But I eat more later, okay? I just didn't have time. I just quickly make a few pieces, and then so that I can give the rest to the ghost. But I will enjoy later when I'm really hungry, okay? I'm really hungry. Mostly I cannot.
Hope you like it, Master.
Thank you. I will like it. Long time no see. How not like? Okay. Yes. And also the curry you made us. The chickpeas curry. Who made?
Master.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I combined it with the samosa. Tastes delicious. Okay, but I didn't have time. I have to correct many paperworks. Yeah, before I came down. See, and then I have to correct myself also.
Master, you're looking so beautiful.
And wrapped up, look decent. Yeah. So it takes some time. So I can't afford to always eat. I eat really when I'm hungry. I'm sorry to tell the Buddha that I broke this precept that afternoon time you cannot eat, but I have no other time. In the morning when I wake up, when I'm out of meditation, you don't feel hungry. And then many works waiting, or dogs, and dogs, or humans and stuff. And then working, time pressure. I can't just... Sometimes I eat and work at the same times, but sometimes I cannot because there's no work there. I must do some other work. I cannot bring the chapati here and then work and say, Manchuri, yum, yum. I receive them with the Buddha, yum, yum, yum. Different work, you see. In my own quarter, I sign document, I correct a script, for example, then I can eat. Yeah, nobody see me. And if I'm yum, yum, nobody hear me. And the paper don't talk back at me, nothing, but here I cannot. It's a different work, so I can't afford to eat then, but I will, okay? I ate already some. Very good, very good.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity to make
of course.
something.
I love your opportunity. I love to give you that opportunity anytime. My pleasure.
Yeah, Master, we are here for another week. I'll make something else for you.
Another week? Oh, wow, really? Oh, don't tell people, they're envious. Because you can't make it for 1,000, yeah? Yeah, so maybe just for me and some... I share with the staff later. If a lot, I share with them. Yesterday, I came back home and they gave me some noodle and some stinky tofu soup. I couldn't eat a lot. Supposed to be very hungry, and but didn't feel so hungry, yeah. And then so I eat some and I gave to the staff also. It depends on how much, yeah? Some of the, late working staff, yeah, not all of them. Some of them already rest or meditate. All right, now, thanks, Manjushri Bodhisattva, for concentrating all these 25 methods in short poems for us. It's not short, but it's short compared to all the calendars that we had before. He spoke thus in verses to the Buddha. The sea of enlightenment in nature is perfect and clear. As you saw it, when you meditate, sometimes you see nothing else but brightness and perfection. You feel also. Complete, distinct body is a miraculous source. The same. Miraculous source of Buddhi or enlightenment nature is the same. Same thing, expressed in different words. But when basic brightness shone, so that objects appeared, with objects' existence, the nature brilliance ceased. Okay, so now this is quantum physics. Naturally, there is just brightness. Yeah, that's a Buddha nature or enlightenment nature. And then it's all bright and clear. Normally it's tranquility, tranquil brightness, only light. When it's expanded itself, when it's shine, it is showing off, yeah, then things came into existence. That's what he meant. But then, when all the shyness became the existence, then the brightness ceased, the brilliance ceased. Meaning, once the brightness enter into some form, then you don't see that brilliance outside anymore. I mean, the reality of brightness anymore. Therefore, you see, you have light inside you. It's proved when you meditate, you see it. Oh, maybe not sometimes, yeah, but okay, it's proven, yeah. So inside you, you have light. Otherwise, where do you find it? Huh? It's not from the light, you close your eyes. It's not from the ear, you don't listen to by your ears. So when you meditate, you see the brightness inside. That is a proof that you are originally from this brightness. You are part of or is integrated. You and the brightness are the same. Therefore, sometimes you meditate well, to some of you, you see just brightness, bright light, nothing else. Nobody, no you, no me, no world, the whole assembly here also can disappear into brightness. Yeah, all right. So Manjushri already realized this truth. So he told like that. So he talked to the Buddha, but because Buddha asked, but doesn't mean Buddha doesn't know. Buddha is tired, he take a rest, I think. Let everybody talk. And then the Manjushri said that. So now, because of that, suddenly there's no brightness anywhere, and it caused confusion. You see, so he said, confusion and falseness bring about emptiness. Relying on emptiness, time and space take form. This is quantum, Big Bang. When the real energy exploded, then there's a chaos all over, chaotic rearrangement or readjustment or adjusting and all that. And falseness, because there's no brilliance shining anymore around. And then bring about emptiness. It could be like a darkness also, in the confusion and falseness. If you're not a Buddha anymore, if you're not in the Buddha's state of mind, if all beings has become confused, therefore there's emptiness that arises from that confusion and a wrong concept. And relying on emptiness, time and space take form. See, originally there's no time, no space. So just like when you meditate, or when you're happy, time passes so quick. There's not actually the time at all. Time is just relative terms, but we're so used to it. So we work at 8 hours, we sleep 7, 8 hours, we eat about 1 hour. Everything we count like, oh, an hour, time, and this. And then because of the emptiness, time and space are born. Thought settles. The thought of being settle. Making countries and land. What knows and feels becomes living beings. After the movement of the energy, whatever can discriminate become thoughts. And after the thoughts are born, it's settled. Yeah? It's settled here and there. And manifest into countries and lands. So all things born from thoughts. It's not an ordinary thought. It's probably thoughts from one of the creative source, okay? From one of the creative energy. It's saying thoughts, but it could be like just movement of energy. Understand the collision of energy, the resettlement of position in the universe after the shining forth of the original brightness or brilliance, okay? I mean, after the explosion. The scientists call it Big Bang then, huh? All right. And after that, whatever energy that still can move and can interact with each other become like a thought. Just like energy, it can move things. So we can call that it's a thought or thinking. Because thought here is not like we're thinking in our mind now, but it's something higher, yeah? From the energy interaction with each other are born mountains and countries and lands. What knows and feels become living beings. Whatever has not become countries or lands or mountain, which has feeling, which has some recognition of some kind, become living beings. Like, okay, the big explosion, and then here one piece become a country, another energy settle into mountains, other energy settle into lands, flat lands, and some other energy settle into some kind of, yes, first, yes, just whatever settle, that energy settle into some form of movement which knows and which feels, because sentient beings, you see, that's why sentient beings, we are one of those sentient beings that is born from this energy, brilliance energy that settle in different places. Yeah. When it settle into this form, we become a sentient beings. The one that can know and feel becomes sentient being. The one that cannot recognize, meaning like the mountain, okay? It might know something, yeah, but different. Not the knowing of the physical existence. The mountain may know some other thing that we don't know, okay? But they don't know the taste of the bread that you eat. They don't feel the emotion of romantic love that you do, okay? Whoever can know many things from the physical existence and can feel from the interaction with others around, other living, moving beings, these are living beings. If you can know, you can feel, then you are counted as sentient or living being, all right? The emptiness created within great enlightenment is like a single bubble in all the sea. Lands like fine dust motes, subject to outflows, all come forth out of empty space. Within this emptiness, after all the confusion and chaos, after the explosion, then confusion, and then arise the emptiness. The emptiness is still within the great original enlightenment, you know, the original brilliance, okay? Even though it is have a lot of being in it and different shape and form, but we are still within the enlightenment original, the brightness with the light, anyway. But the emptiness is also created out of enlightenment also. And then the emptiness creates more things. The enlightenment, brightness, the original body nature creates the emptiness, yeah, after the chaos. And then the emptiness creates other things. The emptiness is just like a bubble, a single bubble in all the sea. But then the lands that created are like fine dust motes, subject to outflows, and all come forth out of empty space. They just come from nowhere. Lands and sea originally is like dust, yeah? Even lands are not really settled yet. You know, they are still very maybe soft and hollows and spongy type, like dust, not set. Actually, the scientists describe them as gas, you know? Those not yet solidify themselves into satellite, into Earth, planet, is just like gas, they say that. It truly is like that. And here he describes it like fine dust motes, like dust. Probably not yet completely solidified. He defined the beginning of the world. He tells us how the world is formed. And they all come out of empty space after this explosion of the divine light. Just as the bubble burst, space is no longer there. How much the less the three states of being. He says, suppose this emptiness within all the sea, the single bubble in the sea, if it bursts, then there's no space. You see, we are created within this emptiness, yeah? But the emptiness is described here just as a bubble in the sea. When the bubble bursts forth, then there's no space anymore. If we have a balloon, yeah, then inside we have space, empty space. But if the balloon gone, disappear, There's no space. But we are illusionary living in this kind of bubble. And we have space, we have time. But if the bubble bursts, then we cannot find any space anymore. How would we even count time? That's what he meant, okay? Even less the three states of being, meaning the physical, the astral, and the causal. The thinking ability, the creative ability of the astral level, and the physical level as a human. All right. So when the bubble bursts, when the emptiness no longer there, then we don't have anything. Our being is gone also. Returning to the source, the nature is not two. Many are the entrances through experience. None of them does the sagely nature fail to go through. Compliant or adverse, or is expedient. First resolve and enter in samadhi. Come slow or fast, as there are different norms. He means if you want to return to your original self, the source, the nature is not two. I guess whether we or the source, they are the same. It's just we make it different. Okay, so the nature are not two. We or the source are the same. We or the enlightenment Buddha nature are the same. Just we are confined in this, or with false thinking. Many are entrances through experience, meaning you can go back to nature, back to your source, through many different doors, meaning many 84,000 methods, I guess that. So, none of them does the sagely nature fail to go through. Meaning any of them, through any door, any sagely nature can penetrate. No big deal, no problem. Not any of the expedient door they can go through. Mean you can use any of them in order to go back to your original self. Compliant or adverse or expedient, I mean it's just convenient method to go back to yourself.